It's time for you all to stop doing what you're doing because we are back for another episode of No Humping Wednesdays. And we've got a pretty hot topic today. Julia, how's it going?
Good. It's funny because so everyone's watching. We have like a timer on before we go live, and you can just see our little like videos, and both of us are always like dancing to this weird beat. So whenever the countdown's on like 0, we both are like.
So wait, you can't see me when the counter's on, can you?
I can. Can you not see me because
No.
I can? I
I
always see
thought,
your neck and stuff.
okay, that's slightly embarrassing. No, because I can't see you, so that's not fair.
Oh, you can. So this is why I always start with like half laughing, because I have to literally laugh about us being like all silly and then being like.
Okay, it makes sense now. It makes sense. I did wonder actually because you're like, well, it's so funny. I got something on my face, but no, you can see me bob into the tune. Okay,
Oh, that's hilarious.
lesson. I've learned my lesson. There you go, guys. There you go.
Oh, I wish
Anyway,
you said it, so you do funny things again. Anyway, hi guys. Hi Oliver. Hi everyone.
anyway, hello. How's it going? Yes, we have a very, very interesting topic today, and if you had seen the title of it, I did come up with that. I got Julia's approval, and she went, yes, definitely yes. Fun fact, we weren't allowed to swear at home when we were kids, my brother and I, but we were allowed to swear at the ice rink. When we were at the ice rink and we were playing, it was okay. As soon as we left that facility into the car, it was a big no-no. So I'm not a massive swearer for that. So I'm going to go with maybe fudging or fricking. Fricking fitness trends.
This is why you have me, so I can take over the swearing part, right?
Yeah, that's why it works.
Very good.
But yeah, now I don't even think Julia knows this, but each session we take it in turns. One creates the event and hosts it, and then the other person does the next week. I got away with the secret question last week, and I didn't say anything.
Funny enough, I was just thinking when I got off, we haven't done the secret question for a long time, so now you're going to ask me one. That's amazing.
Of course I am. I got away with it last time, and I'm bringing it back because I think it's very important. So before we dive in, Julia, if you could outlaw one thing that is acceptable in our culture right now, what would that be? Something that we've come to accept, but you don't agree with. And if you could outlaw it, if you could get rid of it, what would it be?
This is very deep.
Yeah. I just typed in thought-provoking questions. That's okay. That's actually a really good one.
So this is the feminist coming out in me.
Okay, buckle up, everyone.
No, well, I mean, if you ask this question, I think there's still a lot of problems with male, female, but also being white and being a person of color, where there's significant, leverage to just being more privileged in some degree. So I think that could definitely, be an issue that could be solved.
There we go. I did put you on the spot today with that one. I'll try to take it a little bit easier next time. See, if you were thinking on the topic, I would have just said fitness trends. There you go. And then it would have fit in beautifully.
My brain immediately, the world is really shit right now. So like this is a really like tricky question for where my brain is.
Okay. So we'll move it into the topic of today, which is we want to talk about not only just fitness trends in general, but there is one specific one that I did actually message you and ask you about the other day. But it's something that's not really ever going to go away, in my opinion. You're going to see them. We have them from body image. I put in the post, things like the collarbone and the thigh gap. They were kind of like the last hot ones. And then we've got even down to like your plank challenge and your push-up challenge, which, I'll talk about in my opinions on those in a second. But yeah, what's your opinion in general to start with on these fitness trends that a lot of people get caught up
in? Well, as always, it depends, right? If we look at fitness trends that are like a fitness, like some kind of challenge, right? Like a push-up thing, or I don't know if you saw that. Was it last year or was it during lockdown? I can't remember. But there were like certain movements you had to do on a beat and like a push-up.
Yeah.
These trends I love because I think it's a great way of like getting people like moving somewhat, right? And even I tried one and I'm like miserably failed, but that's another topic for another day. So that's good. Now, if we look at the other side of like certain things we want to talk about today, I think they can be like really, really, really dangerous. And especially in a world where obviously social media is on the forefront of things and people lose their critical thinking ability, it can be quite dangerous.
Yeah. If we're going in loosely on the fitness trends, like you said, it can be really fun. It can be used as a stepping stone or a progression for somebody. My only one concern with fitness trends is where's the bridge hamstring challenges? Where's the lat pull down challenges? Where's the rear delt fly challenges? It's always the dominant show muscle groups that we already train anyway. So like you always see a lot of squat challenges, plank, push-ups, always kind of, this is my all-round PT head coming on here. But you don't often see like the weaker side, the muscle groups that we kind of neglect. You don't often see challenges on areas that maybe we actually need to work on more. That's me nitpicking. That's just me nitpicking.
Yeah, but also you have to see, right, what is a challenge? A challenge is usually something you can do anywhere at any time. And like, I don't have a lat pull down machine at home. I don't know about you.
I was looking to get one actually.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Right, the average person as well. Well, none of train from home has one, maybe it's not different. So I think you have to simplify a little bit and see like, squat challenge, push up, whatever you can do literally at home, in the park, everywhere. You don't necessarily need a piece of, equipment to do that. And I think this is why they're more prominent than how many lat pull downs can you do in like a minute.
I love lat pull downs. I love the sound of that challenge. And I think that's because it's one piece of equipment I haven't really been able to utilize properly, but having a home gym. But I'm looking for one of these ones that's wall mounted. It will still be cable based and stuff like that. But I do love the lat pull down. So give me a lat pull down challenge any day. I'll enjoy that one.
Why don't you start one then?
Why don't I
start one then?
Start a challenge. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do today. Maybe that's what we're selling. That's the end bit. So you don't give away the secret.
We never
at the end. But no, I think that's kind of like the nicest element of the trends is that it can inspire somebody to get started or to push themselves in something. You've seen in the past where people like then so what I'm looking for, like they not refer you, that's not the right word, but they suggest that you do it, or like I've done my one, now I'm going to get Julia, Patricia, Jamie, it's your turn now, and then you do the challenge. We had a few of those years ago as well. So yeah, they're kind of the nicest ones. But the main reason I brought this to your attention and thought that it'd be a good topic is this one that's come up on TikTok, and they call it the leggings legs. I think that was kind of like the trend. Now I'm not on TikTok, so I kind of see this stuff secondhand. But the concept of it, and it's gone viral for many reasons. Viral because people are jumping on it, and viral because a lot of newspapers are picking up on the negative vibe on it. But it's the whole concept of your legs have to look a certain way or be a certain way to almost have the privilege of wearing leggings. Like, have we not moved on from this stuff yet?
No, and it's not a new thing that's coming up. If you remember a couple of years ago, when Nike came out with those what are they called again? You know, in the shops where there's
mannequins.
My God, thank you so much. I have a and it wasn't a stick mannequin. It was like you know, a little bit in like a bigger body, or normal sized bodies and stuff like that. And people were literally outrageous about why, and that, you know, sports clothing and a sports brand is not really that represented. Or like when Gymshark did some like ads with like normal size or bigger sized people, people were like going crazy. So I think it's like an ongoing thing that if you are a little bit bigger than average, or don't have that, not whatever athletic body, whatever that means anyway, right, you shouldn't wear sports clothes. And I'm like, okay, some people just can't win in life, right? You want them to take care of their health and fitness. Okay, what should they exercise in? Like,
yeah,
well, explain.
yeah. It comes back to the person who started. I don't know who started or where this even began, and I'd like to put my my heart in my hand type of scenario where I don't believe that person went out to deliberately be toxic and and be negative. I'd like to think that wasn't the case. It was potentially for fun, or they were feeling great about themselves. Yet, as humans, we don't often pause and think. We just act, and that person may have not necessarily seen the detriment that it would have on somebody. And it is hard. It's hard in today's world not to offend somebody, but there's a fine line of kind of like, you know, especially when body image comes into it, that you know, people are already struggling with and many people are struggling, and a lot of people won't even maybe necessarily admit it, but with, you know, fitting into certain clothes and having to buy baggy to be comfortable. And it starts off that cycle again where we are so prone to jumping on trends or feeling like we should, or feeling guilty because of our mammal brain. We and how we were brought up in society was to fit in. Don't be different, be like everybody else. And these trends hit hard and fast, and it's very hard to stop them. I know TikTok has taken some stances. They have banned the hashtag, and if you type in leggings legs, apparently no videos come up. It comes up to like body dysmorphia articles and things like that. So they have taken steps to try and help it. But yeah, look, where do we even go from here with this type of stuff?
Yeah, it's really, and I'm Googling right now because I really want to know if that is true. Leggings, legs. I can't believe someone, as Sarah said, that we can't believe you're not on TikTok. Like, what is actually going on?
Well, whilst you're googling, I think I did create an account on TikTok when it started, but it was at the time, it was like one of those. It was just another platform that I just didn't have the mental capacity for. And then when I started doing videos, I just started using IG Reels. And ever since I've been on LinkedIn, my content has performed better than the videos. So video wise, it's kind of now podcasts and things like this, rather than kind of going out my way to kind of video create. And then stuff like this happens on TikTok. So, and I know it's not all bad. TikTok, but you know, you get stuff like this, and you do hear good and bad. It's never really inspired me to jump on it.
Do you know what comes up when I type in leggings legs? Legging legs. It says, "You're not alone. If you're going through a hard time, remember you're not alone. There's always a way to get help."
Okay, but this is what they're doing. They're starting to direct people to like body dysmorphia articles and things like that to try and gain support, because they know the detriment that it has had. Because at the end of the day, if you want to wear leggings, wear leggings. If you want to dye your hair bright green, dye your hair bright green. Like, you know, I used to make comments on others when I was a kid because I was insecure. That was why I did it. I know that now. I do apologize. It won't happen again because I'm a lot more understanding about myself and my own personal development. Yet we need to continue to raise that awareness to to stop things like this happen. Like, you can create some sort of legging trend, but not, anybody can wear them if they want to wear leggings.
It's the leggings. Like, and again, what else are you supposed to work out in if you choose to work out? Like, please, if someone leave a comment, because I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, I think I mentioned to you as well in the message when you said like, oh, this TikTok trend. There's this other trend where women lying on their belly, and then a guy is taking a barbell with like 2 10-kilo plates on either side, and then literally rolling from their like feet up, right? And if it doesn't go over your bum, then you're not training hard enough because your bum isn't big enough. And if the barbell stops at your bum, then that you're like a true fitness person, because then you have appropriate glutes to be like.
And it's taking that pause again to think about what you're.
I don't understand. Do you wake up in the morning and think, do you know what? How we could like really piss off people?
Yeah, especially in an environment where it is supposed to be inspiring. We're supposed to be helping people get into exercise. It doesn't have to be the gym, but we're supposed to be inspiring people into looking after themselves. You don't need to be fitness model lean, athlete lean. Just that you're energized, you're happy every day, that you can move, you can crouch down and get back up without making noises. The fitness industry should be encouraging that, but you see in a lot of these videos of people calling people out for walking in front of their camera and fitness trends like this, and it's continuing to make it a horrible environment. That it is better. I do speak to a lot of people at gyms. There is a lot more of a community environment in a lot of them, but we still have these small pockets that is can be very detrimental to somebody getting started. I think people are getting a lot braver. I did a short post on Threads earlier, and I said, you're never going to get a negative comment on your body from somebody who is secure in their own.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it, because if somebody was secure in their own, they're not going to be focusing on you. Somebody's insecurity knocks you down and makes them feel better. Even people that are in incredible shape, that I'm sure maybe these leggings people and the barbell people were, they're still insecure, because otherwise they wouldn't have anything to say.
I'm going to tell everyone a secret, all right? Is that if you look at social media and a lot of these so-called influencers, right? And people who are very, very lean and super ripped, 85% of them are not naturally like that. And there's a lot of things you can take to help that are not immediately visible.
Mm-hmm.
Just always bear that in mind, that a lot of people had some illegal help.
Yeah.
And did more than a 5-day split and calorie control, right?
Mm-hmm.
So bear that in mind. And another thing I also want to point out is that we look at fitness, and we spoke about that a lot of times before, but it's just important to always keep mentioning, is that we have to stop looking at fitness and having people who do bodybuilding shows as an example and a standard set for the fitness industry, because they're not the healthiest of people, and they know it, right? They literally train to look a certain way for a certain day, and that's about it. They lose their periods, the women, men as well. Like, it just messes up your whole entire body and hormones. Mm-hmm. So just because someone looks a certain way, it doesn't mean they're necessarily healthy, right? Mm-hmm. So just always keep that in mind. If you, especially someone aspiring to look like someone on the internet, just in the back of your mind, just remember that most of them are A, not always natural, and B, not necessarily healthy, right? Mm-hmm. Just be careful who you take inspiration from.
Yeah. And I know he's very Marmite, but James Smith did a fantastic video, and he's very open about his time where he was in incredible shape, and he openly admits he took steroids and everything, and he's very open about the conversation. But he talks about this area in the middle that we're all looking to get to, which is kind of great. He did a video on his Instagram the other day. You'll be able to find it quite easily, where we're great. And he talks about kind of like the either side, trying to find what greatness is. And he talks about the people that, who are, carrying high levels of body fat and they're trying to get themselves into that feeling good zone. But then he talks about the bodybuilders and people that are just trying to look a certain way. And he kind of said it takes you away from the great feeling, because you're trying to chase something that isn't actually filling the void that you're looking for. You're constantly trying to get a little bit leaner, a bit more muscle. Well, what for? If it means that you're getting, roid rage and mood swings and, and you're passing out and all this stuff, that's not life. That's not how we're meant to feel. We're meant to feel, not feel unbelievable every day, but, we shouldn't be fighting against ourselves every day to be something. So what is that void that's being filled by these people who are looking great and choosing to knock others down rather than inspire them to be more like them? Because it is inspiring for a lot of people. A lot of people that are in incredible shape do show some sort of dedication and consistency, and that part is admirable. But you've got to have that balance of happiness as well.
Yeah. And one thing I'm so big on, and why I never do before and after pictures, is exactly that, right? If you're constantly looking at a before and after picture of someone, or chasing a certain look, or wanting to look like, someone on the internet, a complete stranger, then there's really other issues I would like you to consider and solve first, right? Because there's also if we look at weight loss, and why I don't push it too much is, okay, if you want to lose some weight, that's fine. But is the weight really that what makes you happier or unhappier? Or is it some certain other things you would need to take care of, which then probably eventually help with dropping a few kilos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's always looking internally first. And if you continue chasing a certain look, you'll never be happy. Because let me tell you from experience as well, you get to a certain point where you have achieved said look, but it's not the look that then you want anymore. Because then you want always more, always better, never enough kind of situation, right? So it's always important to measure your progress otherwise, maybe with strength, maybe with, now I can do a push-up challenge, now I can do a pull-up, rather than I lost another 2 kilos and my abs are starting to show, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm unhappy and tired and don't really have sex with my partner anymore because I'm just grumpy, right?
But yeah, it is. It looks great, right? You look at somebody online and they look confident and they look incredible, and they're potentially a sex appeal to it. Yet you have no idea what is going on with their day, that they're having to prep meals, take Tupperwares out with their friends, avoiding meals with their friends because it's not calorie controlled or within their diet plan. That they base their whole day around being in the gym and working out and nothing else. And again, if somebody is happy doing that, genuinely happy, that's absolutely fine. That's brilliant. That's great. You found your happy place. But we do have to take a pinch of salt, even a bigger portion of salt, with what we see online, because again, the thing that I would raise is these people that we're kind of looking up to, if they're promoting trends like this that doesn't offer an inspiration, what is really going on? So if we had somebody listening that was affected by the leggings leg, or is maybe not as confident in their body and is working on it, what would you tell them to help not get sucked in to this society draw that we trends and fitting in and things like that? What would you tell somebody?
So first thing is always most importantly, and follow everyone who is putting out a certain message like that, or who is kind of triggering your problems, right? Mm-hmm. If you constantly, if you don't feel well within yourself and your body, and you're following a lot of fitness models and bodybuilding type fitness people, probably not the best way to kind of look at things. Look for more educational people. Look for more people who are not just posting Photoshop pictures, right? people who maybe, talk about other things rather than how many calories they eat and their what I eat in the day kind of thing, and then looking great in a bikini.
Yeah.
Does that help?
I love that, actually. Talking about other things, I think that's fantastic, that it isn't just purely exercise, deadlifts, broccoli, chicken, that actually do talk maybe about their family, their dog, their hobbies, their business. Yeah, I love that. That's a great thing to look for.
Yeah. And then also I would really advise to look at your goals. And if it's just, I want to lose some weight and get fitter, don't even bother. But what else is there that you would like to achieve? And it's really hard to sometimes think of it, especially for us women from experience working with a lot of women, right? When I ask my clients or people who start, like, okay, what goals do you have other than a number on the scale or wanting to look a certain way? They're like, I don't know. What could be my goal? I'm like, well,
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Look at performance-based goals, right? Like we mentioned, like would you like to achieve a pull-up, a push-up, or start squatting, or an exercise, or start running 5K and comfortably? And don't think like, oh, but I don't think if I could achieve that. Like, don't worry about it. Just that's another problem that can be solved. But for now, just, would it be nice if you could do that? Yes, then perfect. Ditch out the scale. Like, literally, don't weigh yourself. Just throw it out. Don't even get near the scale.
Yeah.
Because it's going to mess with your head.
Yeah. And if there was somebody even now that was kind of even contemplating, should I be wearing leggings? What would you say to them?
Well, listen, what I said that like before. What do you want to work out in? Like, please tell me. So just get over it. Buy some like black ones if you're not like comfortable with color, because they can be quite tricky, even for someone who's really quote unquote fit. Buy some like comfortable leggings, maybe like an oversized t-shirt, and you're fine. Maybe if that makes you feel like more comfortable, it's fine. And if you feel very comfortable in the yellow leggings, then just freaking wear the yellow leggings. Like, who cares? Listen, just do what you want. Like Shaun said, if you want to like dye your hair pink, do it. Like, no one cares, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Me is I'm a baggy clothes. I refuse to buy brand new clothes for the gym. That makes no sense to me. I'm gonna sweat and stink in them. Give me the oldest, baggiest clothes that I have, and that's what I'm gonna work in. I might get funny looks, but that's how I like to that's how I like to train.
Yeah, I'm different. I need a cute pair of like leggings and my sports bra and whatever, because if I don't feel well, then I'm not going to train as well. I tried it. I tried the like whatever, and it was like, no, it wasn't as efficient for me.
So you've got the look good, feel good, play good. You've gone that order. I've gone feel good, hopefully look good, and then I'll play good as well. So I kind of flip my order. I feel good because I wear baggy. I got to go the look good, feel good, play good one. Is that probably about right?
Yeah, but I also think for me is because look, the industry working, we can never dress up. So at least I want to look cute in my gym.
There we go.
I'm wearing like baggy shirts all day long. Give me cute sports bra for my training.
So if you had a final say on any form of trends, whether it be leggings, legs, or anything that comes up in the future, if you had any final say, what are you going to leave everybody with?
Again, just be careful. There's like certain trends that absolutely are fun and make like sense and do them. But if you feel like it's not for you, like, and it's a trend, just because it's trending doesn't mean you have to follow. I think we need to understand, right? If 100,000 people would say, jump off that cliff, you wouldn't necessarily do that either.
Some would.
Some would. Don't be that person.
Don't be that person.
Don't be that person. So just we usually know the answer. It's just we're so, I think, again, like I mentioned in the very beginning, we can't critically think anymore, and we can't think for ourselves that much anymore, unfortunately. So just be careful which trend you're following. And if it's like something fun and strength-based and whatever, to funny music, like, yeah, we've all done the TikTok dances in lockdown. It's fine.
Yeah, I can't say I did. I'm not on TikTok, so I can't claim that one.
I'm gonna dig deep today if I find anything.
But yeah, we're so deeply ingrained growing up in schools and everything to fit in, and don't be different because you could get bullied, etc. Whereas actually, the most successful people in the world are the ones who stand out, that are different, that do things differently than what society has drilled in. And it doesn't mean you have to go completely to the other end of if, whatever you want to call it, crazy. You don't have to live in a bush and be completely wild, but you don't have to follow all society's trends. You don't. If I was to leave everybody on anything, is somebody who's doing better than you will never bring you down.
No.
They are too busy working on themselves or working on a way to bring you up to have time to focus on trying to knock you down. So if you are getting comments, if you are seeing things that are negative, please know that's not necessarily coming from a place of growth. That's coming from a place of insecurity.
Yeah. And I would tell you this much, especially for anyone who is a little bit concerned, like going to the gym or trying to work out. And, the gym can be a very intimidating place. That's for sure. But the people usually who look the scariest, the big guys with the big bicep and the headphones on and the thing very low down, are the friendliest people ever meet on the planet, because they're there for the right reasons. And those ones, like Shaun said, who are like making fun, I look at them like, you can't even do bicep curl. What is that you're doing? I don't know. You're back. So don't worry. Right? Like, just, we all started somewhere. And I tried to live more by this mantra this year. If, people don't pay your bills or give you other pleasure in life, like, it doesn't matter what they're saying.
Tear that bill up.
Yeah.
Don't give them time. Don't let them steal your energy. It's yours. It's yours for a reason. Don't let anybody take it. Perfect. I think that was all we needed to say. I don't know about you. I feel like I'm got out the system.
Yeah, that went by very quick.
Yeah, that's all it needed to be. Just, again, that awareness raised on something that is coming up at the moment, and it will come again. We know it will. There will be something else. I don't know what, but hopefully everyone's more prepared.
Well, I'll have a look through my TikTok For You page, and then I'm going to just send you random videos, and then we can go from there.
One day I might go on there. One day I got a few things I need to get out of the system first.
But it's
one day.
Just scrolling. Really,
I haven't got time for that anymore. Even my IG reels that I used to do, I don't even have time for that anymore. But anywho,
well, Shaun is got a lat pull down challenge for us all, and then we can all follow it and post our videos that he will never see.
P.S. I'm not buying everybody a lat pull down. You have to buy your own. I'm just starting the challenge. Just getting that disclaimer out there.
Put my order through with your name. That's a shame.
Right. Thank you, everybody that has joined us live for No Humping Wednesdays. If you're watching on replay, also thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to YouTube or via Julia's podcast on Spotify. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time. You can catch up on any of our past episodes on the previous ones. There are plenty of golden nugget moments in those videos. So thank you, everybody, for your support. Have a lovely day, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you then.
Bye.